CNN host Don Lemon is getting blasted for covering his pal Jussie Smollett's trial on his late-night show, without mentioning his own central role in tipping off the Empire star that he was being investigated by police. As he took the stand Monday, Smollett, 39, had told the court that he first knew that police doubted his race hate attack was real after getting a text message from Lemon, saying that was key in his decision not to hand his phone records over to cops. The testimony quickly sparked comparisons between Lemon and his former CNN brother Chris Cuomo, who over the weekend was fired for his own meddling in his brother Governor Andrew Cuomo's sexual harassment scandal. But while Cuomo refused to report on his brother's scandal, Lemon ended his Monday night show with a story on the latest news from the ex-Empire star's trial, with no mention of his own involvement. Lemon's straight-faced coverage without mentioning his own involvement sparked outrage online, with some calling him a crook and saying it was time for CNN to bid him goodbye. Jussie Smollett told the court that he first knew that police doubted his race hate attack was real after getting a text message from Don Lemon. Jussie Smollett testified that Don Lemon's message was key in his decision not to hand his phone records over to cops. Cheryl Cook AP, please resign and salvage what you have left of your disgraceful career, one person tweeted, adding that viewers are tired of your lies and divisiveness. Many others compared Lemon's scandal to that of his former colleague Chris Cuomo. Did CNN's Don Lemon pull a Chris Cuomo? One person asked, while another also noted that as well as potential journalistic ethics issues, both men have been accused of sexual misconduct. If CNN is to be impartial, they need to suspend Lemon until further review, another commentator said. During Monday's segment, Lemon chatted on air to CNN correspondent Omar Jimenez, who has been in court in Chicago covering the Smollett case, promising viewers the very latest from the trial. The pair discussed Smollett's really risky decision to take the stand Monday, as well as the actor detailing his relationship with one of the men he is accused of hiring to stage his attack. Don Lemon admitted in 2019 that he had texted Jussie Smollett every day to check on his well-being. Kevin Mazur Getty Images for Warner Media. They never once mentioned Lemon's involvement, even when discussing the Empire star's decision not to hand his phone to police, which Smollett had told the court came after Lemon's text. Lemon's attempts at straight news reporting were a far cry from his initial coverage of the attack, when he had admitted to his CNN viewers that Smollett's case was personal to him because they were friends. He also admitted in a 2019 interview with Entertainment Tonight that he had texted the actor every day to check on his well-being. He later suggested he was a victim himself if Smollett had indeed made up the attack. He lied to a lot of people including me, he said on air at the time. Fox News noted at the time, he squandered the goodwill of very high-profile people who one day may be running this country like Kamala Harris and Cory Booker and people like President Trump. Reps for CNN and Lemon did not respond to requests for comment late Monday, Fox News said.
I tell y'all what, the home of the land in the free to the freedom of speech. What in the hell is going on here in America where we can't help a friend, help a family? What in the hell is going on where you can't even give somebody a heads up? People in the United States is walking on eggshells. You can't fart. You can't cough. You can't do anything. Now we got Jussie Smollett friend Don Lemon. He just tried to give his friend heads up, y'all. Only thing the man was trying to say, look, Jess, I'm trying to let you know you being investigated, my dude. So you better get yourself together, get you an attorney or whatever. Then we had the Cuomo brother. So we had Chris, trying to help his brother Cuomo, Andrew. So family blood is thicker than water, they say. So what the Cuomo did? So Chris, he's like, okay, I'm a journalist. I got pulled. Let me see what's going on with these females that's putting these alleged attacks on my brother. And I know how these groups are. And I know now the Me Too movement is just trying to make money. And I know it's political. And so at the time, we got Chris, he reaching out to his friends, with connects like, hey, I want to know the truth about this to help my brother. So I'm helping my brother. I ain't on CNN doing this. I'm on my day off doing this. Even Don Lemon. I'm on my day off. I'm not at my job. I'm not on their phone. I'm not using their resources. I am using mine. So what is going on in this culture, you guys? What's going on? So now we got the public want to lay people off their job, and people are already struggling to get jobs due to this COVID that's running around here trying to hold on to their job. Now, when we going to end this cancel culture, you guys? When are we going to end it? When? When will we end this cancer culture? Because everybody's feelings is being put in the pot. And so CNN, half of these people probably work for Fox. We don't know this. Half of the people probably working for Fox. And you know what? They probably like, yes, let's smash CNN. Let's smash CNN. Y'all going by these screen names. Y'all going by these bitter people with opinions. And then we going to lay these people off. For what? Public opinion? We got Robert Sylvester Kelly in trouble because of public opinion and a lifetime of lies. And old Sly Fox, honey. Old Sly Fox is in everything. Her last name ain't Fox for nothing. So, Jussie Smollett is her friend. But I'm going to put it like this here. Jussie Smollett messed up when he put the mega in it. Why in the hell did you have to say mega? Because you done involve Trump now, so you know how Trump is, honey, because he tried to destroy that Kaepernick boy, So I don't know why you put the megas in it, trying to start a race war. Why, Jussie? Why? And why in the hell you had the audacity on January 2019 in Chicago below 21? What in the hell you were thinking? 23 degrees now. What black person gonna be out in the cold with a damn hot sauce bottle with some bleach in it? Because the moment they throw that damn bleach in the air, it is going to freeze. And I'm just trying to understand how the hell you walk in that damn cold to a damn Subway with a damn sandwich. Hell, the sandwich wasn't on the ground. You had the sandwich with you. You took the sandwich in the damn noose with you on your damn neck. You had a phone. You didn't call 911 right then and there. And then you had that damn, what's his name, Lee Daniel there with you. I think it was a damn plot. Because, hell, you an old dude. I feel had some shenanigans going on. You ain't have to do all that. You know what I'm saying? For you to get your a higher pay on damn Empire. You ain't have to do that, brother. You could have had the alphabets behind you. The alphabets could have been behind you and say, Jussie deserved equal pay like the females do with the Me Too. Jussie deserved equal pay, and you could have had the damn alphabets behind you, and you wouldn't have to do all this. You done got yourself in a hot ass mess, Jussie Smollett. Because the world do not care about you, baby. The world do not care about you. And see, Don Lennon, all y'all people try to get mad at the Sylvester Kelly supporters. We just be trying to warn y'all. Only thing we were saying to y'all, hey, y'all got a big platform. Y'all better start shutting these council coaches and stuff down, because they gonna destroy y'all later on. Y'all can only kiss butt so long, honey, before they kick you to the curb, because they don't care about you or your job. Do you feel me? This is the grand USA. This is a scandal. The United States is the biggest scandal in the world. They put all this land of the home of the free, and then they just punish everybody for every little freaking thing. They charge you taxes on every little freaking thing. You can't say nothing. They got the cancel culture to fire you. And then what in the hell? Y'all text stuff like this. We got technology. And technology will get you in a whole lot of trouble. You can't text nobody on the download these days, baby, because they got these forensics and stuff, these specialists and these professionals and these experts, honey, that comes in and suck up everything you say, and we have no privacy. What happened to the United States where you can have privacy? You can't have no type of privacy. You can't talk to your damn brother about these damn lying ass thoughts. Hell, you get your ass fired because you're talking to your kinfolks, okay, at the kitchen table. You can't do it. I'm telling you now, y'all gonna have to go back to them Indian days, honey, when they get there smoking that blanket trying to send a signal. Because we can't even talk to our people about nothing these days. You can't help a friend. Hell, they'll blame you for trying to help a friend. Look, Look at Robert's people. Had trouble trying to help. They tried their best, but they flipped the script. This is the grand old USA. They will flip the script on you. But don't you ever in your life use a mega on anything to try to get yourself some clout, baby, because you will get yourself in a whole lot of trouble. You can't say no damn mega and no Trump at the same damn time. You can't do it, baby. You can't do it. You tried to start a race war in Chicago and all over the world. And all you had to do is just ask them people to give you a damn raise. Cause see, you was I guess the role models for the alphabet honey community. And so you could have won by getting your partners to advocate for you to get you some better pay, baby. We in the grand USA where people used to can just speak and have their own thoughts, and people are so sensitive these days. We need to teach people to have tough skin. And if America gonna be sensitive like this, we're gonna be messed up, because everybody gonna come in and destroy us, because we so damn sensitive about stuff. We let people hurt our feelings and stuff, and you can't say a word, but we gotta teach our people to be strong and don't let words hurt you. Don't let people hurt your feelings. We being too soft. America's being too soft. We are being too soft, America. You understand me? We are being too soft, and we can't be doing all that. We can't be so soft where every little thing hurt our little feelings. Because these people right here gonna take over us, and they taking over us as we speak, while we run around here firing all our people and stuff. But then we come in and put everybody else, and I ain't racist, but I'm checking out the stuff, But Jussie, sound like you was dry snitching on the oath, on that stand on Don Lennon. That's why people don't want to help people these days. Just throw everybody on the bus. At least you could say my buddy tried to warn me and stuff like that. Hell, basically, Don Lennon was trying to let you know, look, bro, your ass is being under attack. They finna investigate your ass. But I knew I just was your friend. I tried to have your back. But I knew damn well you wasn't gonna be attacked and still had your Subway self sitting up there on the damn counter with a damn noose around your damn neck, and then you got one of them to scratch your damn eye. You should have just said the damn boys attacked you, your lover, because you said on this thing that y'all was together. You could have said that. You could have said that this man attacked you because you no longer want to be in an entanglement with him, and you would have got better sympathy for that. And you could have said, well, they threw that bleach on me because they said I was, turning the other cheek, and they tried to turn me another color. You did better saying that than to say mega, You see, you feeling me? When are we gonna shut down the cancel culture? Because now you saying I just can't say nothing. You saying if I hear anything like even with my kids or my sister, my siblings, my dad, and I find out something here, I'm gonna warn them. I'm be like, this is what the hell going on. So now you gonna have the cancel culture come in and tell the people to shut my business down because I feel the way I feel, and I'm advocating for someone. I'm advocating for Robert Sylvester Kelly. Some love him, some hate him. So in America, this is what we're doing. We can't advocate for someone. We can't stand up for someone. Our opinions are our opinion. And if we no longer have that, y'all better go in and take all these rights and these constitutional rights and civil rights and human rights. And I didn't even say them in alphabetical order, because there ain't nothing in order in the United States anymore. I have to play hell to the chief, because I want to know what's going on here in America. This is the United States of America where everybody want to come? Y'all changing things. You're changing things. So did these people, Chromos and Lemon, and I don't really care for Don Lemon, but hell, you ain't got no business trying to take that man's livelihood from him because of that. Oh, he's speaking on it, but he didn't say what he did. Okay. That was behind closed doors in his environment, trying to help a friend. Chris Cuomo, that was him trying to help his brother. Okay? And we can't help each other. I can't call this United States of America. I can't call it USA. I have to call it ASU. As some unite to take down other people. I don't understand it. I don't understand it, y'all. This is just something real quick. I'm putting together, throwing together, trying to give you a little news on this mess right here. But Jussie Smollett, you ain't have to dry snitch on your friend. You should have just said, I got somebody told me, that I was being investigated, and left it alone. But you're dry snitching on everybody. Oh, Lord have mercy. Now, that's dry snitching. Now, them the kind of snitches I'm talking about, that's dry snitching. You don't do stuff like that. But if you see somebody getting killed or something like that, and stuff like that, yes, you just tell, you snitch. I don't care who it is. If you take somebody's life, you snitch on them, okay? But you don't snitch on your partners and your buddies and homeboys and friends and everybody that's trying to help your ass and warn you. You get you a damn lawyer and suit up for what's to come. You don't do that, buddy. Throwing hot sauce bottles with bleaches and stuff. Who in the hell? I knew it when it first was announced. I said, this is some shit. What the hell is this boy talking about? You are in the cold weather for a damn sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich now is Subway with a minus in Chicago. The damn Subway sandwich been frozen there by the time you got there. Then you got some black people. Look, got black people to do the job. Now, I need y'all to act like y'all white. Y'all, and they black as hell. Blacker than me. Blacker than me. You feel me? It's just too much to cover with all this stuff in the grand USA, honey. Y'all leave a comment. Let me the hell know that is this right for people to be canceled and jobs and be laid off here? We already trying to get jobs, get people back to work and this stuff. And damn, everybody got to be hush mouth these days. Can't tell nobody shit. Can't warn nobody. Can't help nobody that you love. Can't do nothing. We just walking on eggshells in America. Ladies and gentlemen, I started working on this video December the 2nd. And I have let the jurors beat me releasing this video. So as we know, Jussie Smollett has been found guilty on 5 counts. But I wanted to be serious a little bit because I watched the verdict read for the snake pit wife, the guy that was training snakes or raising snakes or whatever. This lady cold-blooded murdered her husband. They gave her 12 years. They said she would be out of there when she turned 41. And she might get out before then. Good behavior, parole. So y'all tell me what's wrong with this picture. Are you paying? I hope y'all paying attention. Because, see, we don't pay attention to what's going on as far as with our people and other people. Okay? And I've been watching all these different trials. And, okay, Jussie Smollett, he did a hoax. Okay? A lot of people has done that. Make him, pay back double of what the city spent on his shenanigans. So but he's getting ready to appeal, too. And his attorney has confidence. He believes in his client, and But I'm just looking at this. I'm looking at all these different trials and people getting away with murder. And the lady that killed her husband, her friend gets off just to testify against her. The boyfriend that went with her, he actually, I think they gave him a life sentence, but he did a deal with them. And she got up there, with her blonde hair and little blue eyes. And
correct? Yes. I think Devin Faust said 6 days. 6 different times.
Okay.
Do you remember hearing that?
I'm sorry. No, I don't remember him saying the
Okay.
number of days, but that's okay. Whatever you say.
Well, I'm asking you.
I don't remember the number of days, but yes, I was interviewed a lot by police.
And on every one of those occasions, every one of those officers' job and goal was to find out who killed Ben.
Yes.
And it was their job and hope to bring that killer to justice, correct?
Yes.
And those guys were interested and involved in that pursuit, correct?
Yes.
And you lied to them every time.
Yes.
You never told them Michael.
No.
And not only did you lie to them, you misdirected them by telling them people like Sam Renick, correct?
Yes.
Now, these 12 jurors, there's 2 alternates. These 12 jurors, their job is hopefully to discover justice and find out who's responsible for this murder, correct?
Yes.
And to hold them responsible, correct?
Yes.
If you're willing to lie to the police about such a vital matter, why should these jurors now believe you?
I was lying to protect myself, and I told a lot of really awful lies just to do that. But it's just too heavy and it's too much. And so much bad has come from trying to hide behind those lies. So I understand what the prosecutor's saying about all of the lies that I told, but all I can do now is just sit up here and tell the truth. And at least I will have gotten it out, and I won't have to carry it anymore. I'm so sorry.
You know, not only did you lie about Sam Renick's involvement, you lied to cover up Michael's involvement, correct?
Yes.
You lied and gave a cover story to explain why Michael, you and Ashley had a relationship, correct?
Yes.
And that lie was, we were just going to Michael for a stereo.
Yes.
Again, you were participating at that point in time, not in telling the cops who the true murderer was, but in covering up the murder, correct?
Yes.
Just like these text messages appear to a reasonable person to be, correct?
I don't agree with that.
Rachel Hunt. You saw her testify, correct?
Yes.
She's a co-worker friend of yours, not mine, not the cops, correct?
She was no friend of mine, but yes, she worked for me.
Well, she had a relationship with you, not the cops, not me, correct?
Correct.
And she told this jury that either that day or the day before, smoking a cigarette with you outside the spa, you told her you were going out to the snake facility with Michael to kill your husband. You remember that?
Yes.
Ashley Shaw told a story to this jury about her involvement, correct?
Yes.
And it involves a conspiracy to poison and murder your husband by poisoning and by shooting him. Correct?
Yes.
Michael Humphrey told a jury about how he learned about the poisoning and how he got involved and stood there and watched you murder your husband. Correct?
Yes.
And he's going to prison for the rest of his life on a second-degree murder charge. Correct?
I believe so. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Now, out of the 4 of you that were involved in this incident, who stood to gain financially from Ben's death?
No one.
Okay. Who had $1 million life insurance policy on their head?
Ben?
Okay. And who was the sole beneficiary of that life insurance policy should he be killed on June 8th of 2017?
I believe me.
On the punishment, keep this in mind. I suspect the defense will get up here, as they did just a moment ago, and ask you for mercy.
Closing arguments. What happened? What happened in Missouri? Yeah, the jury said the word guilty, but this was nothing but a huge win today for Lindley Renick. Unbelievable. Let me show you, I'll show you the verdict, and then in Missouri, the jury gets to decide what the punishment for that crime will be as well, with their recommendation to the judge. So let's listen to the verdict, listen to the recommendation, and then you'll listen to me for a little bit.
Okay, this is verdict. As to count one, we, the jury, find the defendant, Lindley Renick, guilty of murder in the second degree as submitted in instruction number 9, and that's signed by your foreperson. And verdict as to count two, we, the jury, find the defendant, Lindley Renick, guilty of armed criminal action as submitted in number 16, and that's signed by your foreperson. Are these your verdicts, and so say each of you? Okay, either side want this jury polled? Okay, Senator, please rise. Verdict as to count one, we, the jury, having found the defendant, Lindley Renick, guilty of murder in the second degree, assess and declare punishment for murder in the second degree at 13 years. Verdict as to count two, we, the jury, having found the defendant, Lindley Renick, guilty of armed criminal action, assess and declare the punishment for armed criminal action at 3 years. And that's signed by your foreperson. Is this your verdict, and so say each of you? Are these your verdicts, and so say each of you? Okay.
That's all it is. That's all it is. It's a slap on the wrist for taking the life of your husband, the father of your child. Unbelievable development in this case. Unexpected. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. I've been shocked before. Absolutely. Robert Durst's first trial down in Texas, right? That other thing that happened down in Orange County, Florida. This is right up there with them, folks. The word guilty was said, but this is a huge win. Think about this case for just 1 second. And this is what I would ask the jurors if they come on the show, if they ever want to come on and talk about it. And I'm not angry. I'm not mad. They did their jobs. They deliberated for quite some time for such a short case. But if you took Lindley Renick out of this situation, would Ben Renick be alive? Think about it for a second. Of course he would be. Of course he would be. She surrounded herself with the Humphrey guy and the woman from the spa. Yeah, they were not great witnesses, not great people. But they're all part of her world. She brought them into her world. If you take her out of the equation, Ben Renick is alive. He's alive. And they found basically this is a case where, no, there was no premeditation, no deliberation time before the murder took place. Unbelievable. That's all it is. Let me bring in Court TV Senior Director of Courtroom Coverage, Grace Wong, who's been in the courtroom throughout this trial, joining us by phone tonight from Columbia, Missouri. Grace, thanks so much for joining us today. Am I getting this wrong? She was facing the rest of her life in prison for the first-degree murder, and now she'll potentially get out how quickly?
She will probably do about 11 and a half years before she gets out. In Missouri, having been convicted of second-degree murder makes her eligible for an 85% term. She serves 85% of her sentence and then is able to be released. So it is definitely a blow for the family of Ben Renick, who is Sam and a very close family friend, Babette Tucker. She was the only person that spoke to us after the verdict, and she was in tears. It was very clear that this was a disappointment. And it didn't feel right when it was second degree, but they were willing to accept a guilty verdict on murder. But certainly with such a lenient sentence from the jury, it is a bitter pill that they're going to have to swallow, especially for Sam having suffered the sting of betrayal in so many ways. First, losing his brother. Secondly, keeping this a secret for years. And then during that time, she's throwing police off the scent of Michael Humphrey and pointing the finger at her brother-in-law. One slap in the face after another. So this and then after Ben's death, selling the family farm and while he was still living on it, and not giving him a chance to have any kind of relationship with his niece, and not really giving him a chance to mourn his brother before pushing him off the property. So all of that has been the burden that he's had since Ben's death. And this is certainly very, very disappointing for him.
No, it's awful. It is absolutely awful. I mean, they said the words guilty, but it is a very hollow guilty in the way this jury handed all of this down tonight. Grace, let me ask you about that jury. What did you see about this jury when the verdict was delivered, and anything from them, and any other reactions tonight?
Well, certainly this jury was attentive, even though I didn't observe any of them taking notes of any kind. And they were an older group of jurors. A lot of them looked very much like Lindley's parents, about that age group. And I think what really seemed to resonate with them was the appeal by her sister that her children, Maddie and Emilia, do love her and do look forward to spending time with her during the weekends. Her sister is their guardian, and she will remain their guardian while she goes to prison. And she says that they do love their mother. And I think that the idea that these children have lost so much by losing one parent and are about to lose another, obviously that was an argument, that was an appeal that did resonate with these jurors. And then I think secondly, the idea that this is an argument raised by the defense attorney, Catherine Berger, is that those other co-conspirators, you had Michael Humphrey, Ashley Shaw, and Rachel Hunt. All three of them were very active in the plot to kill Ben. Michael Humphrey provided the gun. He, of course, was convicted of first-degree murder, and because he made a deal with the state, his sentence has been knocked down. And then the other two co-conspirators, Rachel Hunt and Ashley Shaw, got sweet deals. They will not serve a second in prison. And Ashley Shaw was admittedly a very active co-conspirator. She helped Lindley make an attempt on her husband's life previously. When the poisoning didn't work, they had conspired initially to poison Ben. And Ashley had researched on the web how much of a drug would kill a person. That's the extent of her participation, which is I think very extensive if you look at it. I mean, she actively researched what it would take to kill somebody with drugs. She acquired the drugs, if you believe her. She acquired the drugs for Lindley, and Lindley ground it up and put it in one of his drinks, and he became violently ill. So that is the extent of her participation. And then she helped her clean up after the murder. She showered her so there would be no gunshot residue. She cleaned up, and she covered up for her, and then sent emails and texts to Ben when he was supposedly dead by then, so that it would look like she had an alibi. So this is a very active co-conspirator, and she will not serve a day in prison. So I
understand that, but at the end of the day, though, again, if you take Lindley Renick out of the mix of all these people, is Ben Renick alive tonight?
Well, probably.
Yeah, of course he is. Of course he is. And the jury, this is like looking at a case and saying, well, I just hired the hitman, I didn't actually do it, right? And if the jury's thinking that somehow Humphrey fired the weapon and that makes him more culpable and she's less culpable, that's to me, that's absurd. It comes back to a very basic concept in the law. The old but-for, Grace Wong, the but-for test. But for Lindley, Ben is alive tonight. You take any one of those other people out of the equation, and guess what? Ben could still be dead. He could still be dead. You take any one of the other people out of the equation, she would have figured out another way. And that's the part that is so mind-boggling tonight. But we are where we are. Anything else we should know about in terms of what happened at the courthouse today, Grace?
Well, I think her initial reaction was certainly very dramatic in the courtroom, which we weren't able to see from our cameras because the judge had left the bench. But after the verdict was rendered, she was crying and sobbing so loudly you could hear her wailing throughout the courtroom. So she did initially, I think, even though she is getting a relatively lenient sentence, was very disappointed with the verdict, and I think her family was. But I think they're also relieved that she's not serving life in prison and that she will have a life after she serves her sentence. She's only 33 years old. She will serve 11 and a half years. She gets out. She'll be in her early 40s, so she will have a life when she gets out of prison.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's young. That's young for a convicted murderer to be walking around. Grace Wong at the courthouse, thank you so much. Let's get some reaction from our think tank tonight. Joining us in the Bronx, New York, criminal defense attorney Renee Hill. In Houston, Texas, criminal defense attorney Carmen Rowe. And in Atlanta, Georgia, criminal defense attorney, law professor at Emory University and Georgia Innocence Project board member Molly Parmer. Great to see everyone tonight. Let me just show you one more thing in case anyone's like, Lindley is disappointed with the verdict and Lindley's really innocent and she didn't want him dead. Take a look at what she mouthed to the after the sentence here to the jury. She's mouthing some words here. Do we see it? Wait for it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you are 100% innocent, Renee Hill, you're not saying thank you to 12 strangers who just called you a murderer. Come on. She's saying thank you for, oh my goodness, looking the other way and you know, slapping my wrist.
That's not true, Vinny. She knows that this jury took their time in their deliberations, and then they had to decide her fate. And they came back and they gave her a sentence that they believed was suitable for her participation in this crime. So she was saying thank you to them.
What was her participation in the crime, Renee? What was her participation in the crime? Come on.
You know what? The jurors absolutely found that she wasn't the shooter, or at least they couldn't be satisfied with themselves to say that she was the actual shooter, or they would have convicted her of the murder in the first degree.
Why were her and Michael?
So
why did she bring Michael Humphrey, the ex-con ex-lover, to the meeting? Carmen Rowe, come on. Why is she bringing the ex-con ex-lover on the day that she is supposedly going to tell Ben that I'm leaving you? Oh yeah, I sent you the nude picture in the morning, but now that was to butter you up. But now I'm going to tell you that I'm leaving you, but I had to bring my ex-con ex-lover with me.
Vinny, the whole thing's crazy. I'll tell you, I watched this trial and I was like, crocodile tears, nobody's buying this. I was as surprised as you were when the verdict came out that they didn't take her on the top count, which basically was one of cool reflection murder rather than the intentional killing of another person. So they found her guilty of intentionally killing her husband, but then they come back with this small sentence. So, you know, young, blonde, cute girls on trial. I mean, there's a benefit there. And these jurors clearly bought into what I perceive to be crocodile tears and this narrative that she put out there that she was a victim.
Unbelievable. By the way, she'll be out early 40s. Guys, if you're on the dating apps, take a look at her face now so you remember it a decade from now, and make sure you go to the left, not to the right. Molly, your reaction tonight.
You know, Vinny, I have kind of mixed feelings here because, like Carmen's pointed out, you know, I wonder how much of this can be attributed to how she looks. And if somebody didn't look like her, would the jury have that empathy and that mercy? And, you know, I want juries to have empathy and mercy. And I like the idea of juries deliberating over a sentence. We don't have that in my state. Murder, we don't even have degrees. If you're convicted of murder or felony murder, malice murder, it's life, no question. And so I like this idea.
Do you like the idea of murderers getting out in their early 40s?
I like the idea of rehabilitation and a system that's not just focused on punitive punishment with no hope for like her children. However, Vinny, if you want to be so upset about this slap on the wrist that you keep doing, you need to apportion some of your vitriol to the prosecutor that let Ashley Shaw walk. That's a slap on the wrist too, and that's prosecutorial discretion. So make sure you save some of your anger for the state too, Vinny.
No, I'm not, because you take the spa ladies out of the equation. Ben Renick's still dead. You take Michael Humphrey out of the equation. He's still dead. She was going to figure out a way to kill him. She tried to kill him first with the poison. It wasn't the first attempt. It was the second attempt. All right, let's take a listen. This is a victory, right? In the defense world, this is an absolute victory. Correct? Absolutely.
Yeah,
okay. I want people to understand that, because they're going to say, oh, she was found guilty. Yeah, she was found guilty, but she murdered her husband, and she'll be out in her early 40s. Early 40s were some good years, some really good years. I mean, this is scary. Now, here's the other question. Renee Hill, should she really be, when she gets out in 10 years, be raising the child whose father she murdered? Should she be having contact with the child of the father she murdered? Should she be coming to visit? I know she loves her mother. Children love their parents unconditionally. But really? Should that? I mean, she's a convicted murderer.
You know what? In instances like this, that's where the family court will be involved. It's going to depend on the age of the children once she comes home, whether or not there needs to be some supervised visitation or whether they are old enough at that time to determine what kind of contact they want to have with her.
How about a restraining order
But
instead
she's
of the
still a parent at
supervised
the end
visitation?
of the day. Vinny, at the end of the day, she's still a parent to that child or those children. And if they want to see their mother and are old enough to make that decision, they should be able to do so. And if they aren't old enough at that time, then the family court is going to step in and they're going to determine whether or not she's entitled to supervised visits or not. She's not.
She's getting out so quick. I don't think the child's
her.
going to be an adult. I think the child's still going to be a minor when she gets out. This is unreal. This is unreal. Unbelievable developments tonight in this case.
The sympathy, and he abused me, and and you had a bunch of mothers sitting up there and they had sympathy for her because she has young kids. And, she was crying. She was like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm like, good grief, and we got Robert Sylvester Kelly. They trying to give him life in prison for willing participants. They're trying to give him life in prison for something 20 and 30 years ago. People forgave him. Everybody went on with their lives. People invited him to award shows. They went to his concerts. They sold out. And like I said, I'm going to do a video about that later on. But you guys pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on, because this is some real stuff. This is real. And like, once again, he probably did something stupid. And I made a little joke about it. But I'm praying for old Jussie Smollett. I don't, like I told y'all, I don't celebrate nobody's downfall at all. And I hope he get a slap on the wrist. Make him pay some money. Hurt him in his pocket. Make him pay some money. Make him pay some money. Damages. For spending taxpayers' money. So have him to do that. Have him to do things in the community and stuff like that. Talk to kids on, about mistakes and things like that. Because if we're in America, we're supposed to be forgiving. I'm pretty sure he learned his lesson, because I know he's scared to death right about now. You don't think the man learned his lesson? I think he has. But we arrest people for every little thing. And I know it's other solutions. Everything. But everything has a money title to it. Everything has something to do with collecting money. That's it. But that was the breaking news on that. I know I'm late on it, but oh well, y'all know me. But anywho, y'all have a great weekend. Today is Friday. I've been up all day. Well, yesterday I have not even been asleep, y'all, and I gotta go to work. Y'all pray for me. Pray for me. Well, this is y'all girl, TBD. Thank y'all for tuning in to Texas Black Diamond Entertainment. I had to put a little sauce on this, make this a little jolly, because hell, it's just so much going on. Y'all know I would get worked up if I get too serious with this. But Jussie Smollett, just ask for the people to give you a damn raise and have your damn alphabet family to help you, because they would have did it here. These alphabets is powerful. But this goes to show you, Jussie Smollett, and this goes to show you, Don Lemon, the United States don't give a damn about you, honey. The people in the United States don't give a damn about you, your job, your career, anything. Let me tell y'all that. They don't give a damn. All they want is they taxes, honey. Pay them they damn taxes, and that's it. And they don't give a hoot nanny about you, me, and no damn body else. And see, y'all thought y'all was strong with the alphabets. Y'all thought y'all was untouchable with the alphabets, but look at your skin, buddies. Don Lemon, you just been cancel culture.
you.